your girl, Two-Wheel Donkey here, back at it for another one, and another one. Man, before I start today's video, I just really have to say thank you so freaking much. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting the overwhelming support that I got on that first video. It just blew my mind. Thank you so much for all the supportive comments that people left me, encouraging me to do better, encouraging me, stating how well I did on my first video. It really meant a lot to me. There's nothing like humans supporting other humans. For an example, Texas Gearhead wrote, you know, I watch a lot of motovloggers, and for your first motovlog, this was awesome, 10 out of 10. Wow, like, thank you so much. That's such an amazing compliment. I worked really hard on that video, and receiving such positive feedback really makes you feel like it paid off. You know, another comment that kind of made me sad, but at the same time made me happy, came from Daniel Alvarez. Daniel Alvarez wrote, your channel is about to blow up, and once you do, you'll be too busy to even interact with us anymore. It happens to every YouTuber. Well, Daniel, I'm here to tell you that I'm a little bit different from other YouTubers. I'm a little bit different altogether. And the sole purpose of this channel even being born was to be able to communicate with you guys and to promote mental health. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So don't worry about Daniel. I will definitely make time to communicate and interact with all of my subscribers. Another comment that just really made me laugh, because I was like, what in the actual fuck does this even mean? But when I read it, I laughed on my couch for like 5 minutes. He said, this came from Dummy99, he said, it's litty titties up in this bitch. Yeah. I mean, I even read it all like crackish in my head and shit. Oh, I loved it, man. So thank you guys so much for all the support. Like I said, you all have really made me feel some type of way. I really felt like I was on cloud 9 for the last couple days, and I just really felt like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. That's it. I'm going for it.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
Oh man, but enough of that shit. Thank you guys again so much. A lot of you guys recommended I shoot this next video in Super View. That's what this is in, so hopefully it works out a lot better for you. If not, leave a comment down below with another suggestion. A lot of you also asked for me to do a walk around of the Busa and to talk about the mods and how I got it and where I found it and what's it like to buy a Hayabusa and so on and so forth. So that's exactly what you're going to get today. So without further ado, I give to you the love of my life, my one and only Doc Holliday. Alright, now that you guys have been able to learn a little bit about the modifications of Doc, I just want to explain to you how I found him, why I named him the name that I did, what was it like to buy a Hayabusa, and the pros and cons of owning a Hayabusa. Well, I bought him from a dealership. I saw him online. I went down there with my pops, and the first time I saw him, I absolutely fell in love. I was totally on creep status. I mean, when I looked at him, he just looked right back at me and was like,
I'm your huckleberry.
His name came from the fact that I kind of have a little obsession with Westerns and Tombstone, and Doc Holliday is by far my favorite movie. And also on top of that, it kind of has a double meaning. You know, when I'm having a bad day, what do? I go and visit the fucking doctor. You know, a ride a day will keep the blues away. Funny story is when I went to the dealership to actually buy Doc, they pulled him out, and I mean, I'm talking about, I was all up in Doc's grill. I mean, I was on some serious creep status with this motorcycle, and they were looking at me like, dude, we have a serious buyer on the line, just back off. And one of the comments that was left below said, hey, can you explain what it was like to buy a Hayabusa, because I can't get entertained for buying one because of my age. Well, truth be told, I couldn't get entertained because I'm a female. And you know, they were just completely looking at me like, will you just back up? We're trying to make a sale here. And so finally they turn and they look to my pops. And they're like, okay, sir, well, what else would you like to know about the bike? And mind you, I'm already like sitting on it and shit. And he's like, the bike's not for me, it's for her. And then, dude, I wish I had a camcorder, man, because they looked at me and they're like, the bike is for you? Well, no shit, Sherlock. Why do you think I'm sitting on it? I want this bike and I want it stat. You know, once I showed them that I was a serious buyer and I brought cash with me, then they started to entertain me. But that, of course, wasn't with the astonishment that I'm a female that wants to ride a Hayabusa, and also on top of the fact that they asked me a million questions like, well, what kind of riding do you want to do? And how long have you been riding for? And so on and so forth. And I would hope that they were asking me those questions because I'm buying such a powerful machine and not because I'm just a female. But I guess we'll never really know. A little bit about Doc's history. His previous owner was from Michigan. So when I bought him, he only had 6,000 miles on him. I got really lucky with Doc because his previous owner turned him into a show bike. All the mods that I added to him were just for personal aesthetics, nothing more. I mean, everything on him is almost damn near custom. The only thing that I added was, you know, a new windscreen, rear view mirrors, frame sliders, a power commander. A lot of people have asked me, would I ever turbo him? No, I would never turbo Doc because starting price is $10,000. They would have to rebuild the engine on a 2001. Yeah, that just to me doesn't make any sense. I don't think that's financially smart. I would rather upgrade to a Gen 2. I'm happy with his performance now. I will say this though, Doc is lowered and stretched. And I bring this up because if you're looking at doing this modification on your bike, there's two important things you have to know. You're A, going to lose horsepower, and B, the lifespan on your bike will decrease. I don't understand why that is, but I've talked to two trustworthy mechanics who have both said the same exact thing. Maybe somebody here that's watching the video can explain that to us, but I do believe them, and it does kind of suck. When I got the bike dynoed, I realized I lost 15 horses, and I needed every horse. I needed every one, and I lost them. So dang, keep that in mind. I also get a lot of questions about chrome. This is also equally as important to know. If you're gonna have chrome on your wheels, realize that it's not gonna last forever. If you get really up close and personal on my wheels, you'll see a couple of chips. Chrome does chip through the season changes, so keep that in mind. The swing arm though, that is aluminum, and you can shine it up to be looking just like chrome, and that thing is sturdy, and obviously it's aluminum, it's a metal, it's never going to chip. So I would suggest going with aluminum if you are looking for that shiny effect. I will say though, make sure that if you do have chrome and aluminum on your bike, don't ever let the cleaning chemicals cross over, because if you do, it will stain your aluminum and you are going to have to put in a lot of elbow grease to get that thing off.
It's on, wax off. Don't forget to breathe. Very important.
So the pros and cons to riding a Hayabusa. I think my biggest adjustment to getting a Hayabusa, and probably its biggest con, is its weight. I can't even deny that. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, dude, I just totally got shunned. Did you guys see that? No love. Anyways, it's the weight, man. It's the weight. Counter steering plays a big deal in your riding and a big deal in your turning. But when I'm riding this, I gotta do more than counter steer. I mean, I really gotta like even shift this with like my hips and my legs. I mean, I gotta straddle this mother. Yeah, you know what I was about to say. Yeah. Man, I really gotta just totally like control him with my entire body. And I don't ever remember having to do that on the R6. If I wanted to lean, I just would press on that sidebar and boom, I was leaning. On this, it's just a lot more work. It's just gonna take practice. So if you buy a Hayabusa, realize there is a lot of practice with this bike. You're not gonna just be able to get on it and just think, okay, you know, I'm gonna be able to ride it like my other bikes. The answer is no, you will not be able to. It's gonna take an adjustment period. You're gonna have to learn it, figure it out, fill it out, figure out what's right for you. One of the other cons about having a Hayabusa is its intimidating label. And I guess it's not going to be about having a Hayabusa per se, but looking at buying a Hayabusa. I feel like there was tons of hype put into this bike on the throttle, that as soon as you engage with that throttle, you're gonna pop a wheelie and you're gonna go flying off into outer space and you're gonna crash and you're gonna die and I was like really kind of freaked out after I bought him, because I really let these articles get into my head, thinking, oh my god, what did I just buy? I just bought a fucking rocket launcher. Oh, when you like pull on the throttle, unless you completely just yank it all the way through, dude, you're fine. You're gonna be fine. This bike is manageable. And that's really with any bike. I don't care if you buy a 250 or a 1300. All machines are dangerous and they can all kill you. So it's all totally up to the rider and how you handle it, how mature you are, how experienced you are, what your mentality is. And so I just think that you need to believe in yourself, and you really need to realize that you control the machine. Respect the machine, but you control it. My first ride that I ever took it out on, actually I have it captured on video. I'll have to find it one day and post it up. But the first time I took it out, I was so nervous, man. I was with my pops and I was like, I don't know if I can do it. And he's like, dude, just get on that fucking thing and go. And that's exactly what I did. Man, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I had another blast making it. Hit me up about any questions you might have further about the Busa or about bikes in general. I've been getting tons of messages, just tons and tons and tons of messages from all over the world about questions about bikes. I want to make it clear too, I'm not like a mechanic and I'm not like a bike professional, but I have been on different types of bikes. I have looked at a lot of different bikes, and I do love researching and learning about bikes. So if you're just looking for somebody to ask, I think it's really cool that you would, like to entertain my opinion. The next video that I'm going to be making is Therapy Thursday. So go ahead and feel free to hit me up. Any question, whether it be about something personal going on in your life, problems that you're having, seeking advice about what you should do in approaching a certain situation, whatever you can think of, doesn't matter. Go ahead, DM me, tweet me, and like I said, like you saw earlier today, your comment will be displayed in the screen. So if it's a private question that you don't want somebody to know, I'm telling you right now, you better put I wish to remain anonymous at the end of that bad boy. You understand? Because you will get made. And I would hate for that to happen to anybody that didn't want their shit to be shouted out on the screen for. So anyways, that's it, guys. And until next time, Donk is out.